And welcome back to more Paper Mario. So last time we reached the end of our adventure, and this time we're going to go over a few things we missed along the way. Off-screen I did a ton, including buying every badge from this shop. Dad says we're closing and moving to another town. See ya, mister. Thanks for shopping so much. Aw, buddy, I'm cleaned out. I've got nothing more to sell. You are one serious repeat customer, bud. I can practically retire now. This town is real nice, but I think I'll take a trip. Thanks, bud. You're the man. After buying every badge, and comparing the number we have to the amount of badges Merlo has, I realized that duplicates count towards the total. So, to actually 100% the game, we actually are missing 3 badges in the field. We're also missing a lot of star pieces, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So first of all, we need to go to Shy Guy's Toy Box. There's something else we never actually did here. We never fixed the track between Blue Station and Red Station directly, so we actually have to cut through Pink Station to get to Red Station. Normally, I don't bother to fix the tracks because the amount of backtracking is the same because it's a cutscene that you can skip. But for the sake of showing it, I think I will actually repair the tracks on the way out. So the badge in question is to the left here, kind of near where the Lantern Ghost area was. We need to ride the Ferris wheel across, and we should see 3 blocks. Except there's actually only 2 blocks. One is hidden. Also, there's an enemy. I honestly would recommend having Zap Tap equipped for this, just to make it a little bit easier to dodge things, especially coming up in a little bit. But in here is a Deep Focus badge. That is one of 3. One is from Princess Peach's castle. We got that one early on through the chests that are connected. If you miss any badges at Princess Peach's castle, they're not permanently missable, because since you go there as Mario, you can always pick them up. Obviously some items technically are missable, like the jamming jelly from the quiz game, but for the most part, like, badges cannot be missed. To my knowledge, none of them are permanently lost if you don't deliver them to Mario. Which is nice. I don't like when games have permanently missable items. I think our little track problem will be fixed if you pull down on that lever. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. To pull or not to pull? Well, I vote to pull the lever. Alright, so that takes care of that. Well, I'll be, just as I suspected. We should have moved that lever a long time ago. We're leaving, all aboard! But yeah, it really doesn't make a difference because, again, cutscene, it doesn't add any time at all to just go the long way around. So next up, we need to go to Flower Fields. I am debating changing up my badge loadout for this, to be honest, because there are a lot of enemies in Flower Fields, and we might actually be able to one-shot enemies. By the way, off-screen, I actually did get to max level, which is actually level 27, so we have 50 HP and FP and 30 BP. I'm pretty sure the level cap is much higher in the sequels, but I don't know the exact number because it's very difficult, in my opinion, to hit the level cap of Paper Mario, the 1000-Year Door. I've never done it, no matter how much I play this game. Basically, the way EXP or star points are structured just makes it really difficult to actually hit max level. So over here we have 3 trees and a bee. We need to hit these trees in a specific order, middle, right, left. And then we get the Happy Flower badge, which automatically restores FP periodically. I'm pretty sure Merlo also has one, so that's another one that's a duplicate. But yeah, we do need that anyway. And with that, there's one more badge to get. But before we do that, I wanted to go over a few rare items because of how out of the way the final badges, I just thought it would be more logical to go ahead and collect a few rare items first. So our first stop, I think, is Boo Mansion. Conveniently, they're both on the same layer of the sewers, or the tunnels. So there are 2 rare items in Boo Mansion that I really didn't know existed until trying to complete all the recipes. One is over here. The Strange Leaf, a very rare leaf, restores 5 FP. This is used for a lot of cooking. And over here on the right side, I'm pretty sure, there should be several crates stacked up. And if you ground pound / spin jump on these, I forgot how finicky the timing can be, we get an apple, also used for crafting. So off-screen I made every recipe, and I'll go over that in a little bit. I don't think I'll go over it too meticulous. I will be dropping a link to a list of all the recipes and common combinations in the description, and I will be going over some of the details. But for the most part, I wanted to show the hard-to-find crafting materials, because I kind of had trouble finding these based on text descriptions alone. The last item that I can picture being a little bit difficult to find is in Lava Lava Island. Another item that I'm pretty sure I showed off in the main adventure because it was in my inventory at the beginning of this backtracking is the dried fruit, which is dropped by Pokies. The bump attack badge is great for that. Sniff sniff. Something smells really good. Is that delicious smell coming from something you're carrying? Whatever it is, I want to try it. Come on, what is it? So you have to give this Yoshi something cooked. Probably the least valuable item is the fried egg. Ooh, thank you, it looks so good. Oh yeah. Here, why don't you take this as a thank you from me? It grows in a place that only I know about, trust me, it's good. You got the Melon, a succulent ripe melon, restores 15 HP. So, that's kind of remote, and I didn't even know that was a thing until completing the recipes. But yeah, the fried egg is made by just cooking an egg from Tri Desert right by the train tracks, just by itself, not even combining it with anything. But yeah, now that we're back in town, I do want to stop by the shop just to show how much of a mess my inventory currently is. The max item storage is 50, 40 in the shop, and 10 in your own inventory, and I maxed it out. So over here, I can't claim anymore, so I guess I'm gonna eat the melon, because I made every recipe, so I can cook this. I don't need to cook this, that's what I meant to say. So, let's see how much of a mess this looks like. I got an apple pie, that's cake mix, and an apple maple super honey shroom jelly ultra. By the way, if you need more ultra shrooms, the little oinks can drop ultra shrooms, and I'll go over that in a little bit. So yeah, a lot of these make sense, like cake mix and volt shroom, and conversely, like a fire flower and a cake mix for the fire variant of the electro pop, lemon candy, lime candy, cake mix, and their respective item. Cocoa pop is from a coconut in cake mix, I'm pretty sure. Repel shells, those are just there all along. Deluxe Feast, that was, I think, a combination of 2 different items. Potato salad by cooking a potato with, I think another item, and then a different item called a shroom steak, so that's kind of more elaborate. You can even make live shrooms, I'm pretty sure. And you can also make, like, dizzy dials and other random items. But yeah, there's a lot of recipes. There's 50 in total. The ones that tripped me up the most were the ones that basically involved, the combinations of ultra shrooms with different types of, maple syrups, because I ran out of ultra shrooms. So the way this works, to go into a little bit more detail, I have no coins, so I can't really demonstrate this, is once you summon 10 little oinks, if you summon another one, the first one to join will leave and drop an item. So if you find a gold Lil Oink, it'll drop an Ultra Shroom. If you find a little or a silver Lil Oink, it'll drop a Jamming Jelly. So this is a pretty efficient way to get those items infinitely. Obviously, it's up to luck, that's a very low chance. And also, if you have 10 coins, I would recommend trying out the Playroom to farm for coins. I got up to 999 pretty easily. But yeah, I'll leave a link to a list of recipes and combinations in the description below, but it would honestly take a lot to go over every one. I do miss that there isn't a recipe log in this game. 1000 Year Door added just like a log of every recipe, and I really miss that about in this game. It would have been such a helpful feature, because by the end I was missing like 3 recipes, and just scrolling through like a list of 40 items, I was struggling to realize like which ones did I not make? It was like the honey super or something really specific that I had just spaced out on ever making. So yeah, having a better log would help. Also having a tattle log would be nice. I suppose on one hand it means that there's no real pressure to tattle everything, especially if you have Peekaboo for enemy HP, you don't need to tattle anything, which is kinda cool. By the way, definitely equip better badges here, save time. Bump attack is great. I'm pretty sure we are at a high enough level to basically use bump attack on like anything, because we're at max, so let's try it. Yeah, so the enemy instantly is defeated. I'm pretty sure you can combine that with Money and still get a boosted not HP, a boosted coin drop. So that's probably the most efficient way to get coins. And then, yeah, go to the Playroom. If you're playing on Wii U Virtual Console, you can always use Restore Points to make it even easier to win at the Playroom as well. I would recommend the block one with the jump. The jumping one, not the hammer one, because the jumping one felt more scripted, and it's a little bit easier to win easily without having to reset constantly. The hammer one, there were so many options of blocks for the little peach icons to be in that it just took a little bit longer. But if I'm not mistaken, our final badge on the field, not from Merlot, should be in Bowser's Castle. It's actually in plain sight when you enter Bowser's Castle because it's right over there. But the problem is, how do we get that? And to tell the truth, I don't really have an answer. I don't usually get this badge. This is literally the closest I've ever gotten to completing the game. And I'm still a ways away, obviously, thanks to all of the quizzes, but we'll try to get this badge here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna approach doing all the quizzes, like, in terms of the video. I'll probably cut ahead, just because finding Chuck Quizmo alone will probably take a while. So, to tell the truth, I have a rough understanding of where we need to go. It's wherever there's lava, basically. But other than that, I'm not 100% sure. I was trying to jump, but it didn't work. Yeah, this part is blind, because I don't think I've ever gotten this. Just gotta make it through here again without the, bump attack badge. This is a lot scarier. As a reminder, that's obtained from, Rip Cheeto in the sewers, if I'm not mistaken. One of his random items for 64 coins. I think that's how you get it. But yeah, it should be over here, because I think this connects to a place with lava. If not, I am gonna be kinda confused. Alright, so this is a longer tunnel than I remember it being. It does feel a lot shorter going this way, though, because of not having to actually worry about precise platforming with Watt. Overall, I guess I should also mention that, in terms of recipes, I felt like getting all the recipes in this game was cheaper than on Thousand Year Door, actually. But in some ways, it's actually more expensive. For me, at least, my method was just hoard items that weren't used for cooking. For example, the Volt Shroom is used to make the Thunder Rage, so I ended up using a Volt Shroom. But for the most part, except for recipes that weren't used for other ingredients for other cooking projects, I tended to just hoard everything. And as a result, I didn't sell things. So like in Thousand Year Door, when I completed the recipe log, I ended up selling everything to make back some of the money. So in this game, it was a little bit tougher actually in that regard. But in general, because of things, so many items using the like Strange Leaf as an example, in some ways it felt a lot easier because I didn't actually need to spend too much, because I just had to go back and forth collecting cake mix and strange leaves constantly, and that basically took care of a lot of the recipes, so that was at least kinda nice. Yeah, and that's how you get to here. That's very roundabout, actually. Definitely try to get this the first time, because backtracking to it isn't the easiest thing in the world to do, but here is another Deep Focus badge. Here's a question that I'm curious about. Can we jump back to the main path? It doesn't look like it, so that means we have to backtrack. Fun. So yeah, all that's left now is the 4 badges that are from Merlot. There's, I think, a Happy Heart and a Happy Flower, and there's one other. I think it's a Flower Saver. So yeah, we're pretty close to the end here. The recipes took a while, but outside of that, I feel like this is going pretty quickly. We'll have to see how this goes next time, though, as we tackle all of the quizzes. Well, not all of them, we only have about 54 left. I'll probably kind of just show a montage of all of them, instead of trying to actually do this in real time, because it would take a while. But yeah, that's what we'll be tackling next time. So, I am going to make my way back to Toad Town, and as soon as I find Chuck Quizmo somewhere, we'll resume our quest for 100%ing the original Paper Mario. So, on that note, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Paper Mario.